Welcome. Welcome aboard. Why does it feel like there's less light in the middle? I don't know, but I think we're okay. Hey, how you doing? Great. Thanks for asking. hmm No, we're not going to do that one. Let's do that. Trying to get it where there's not. Okay, there we go. Trying to avoid reflection. Um, days night. All right, now we're going to joining my own. There we go. All right. I think I'm ready to get started. So, I can do my watch cam because I want to time this. So, what I'm going to do, I've been working on this drawing 1 hour at a time. Oh, that's not okay. This light is not okay. I think I might not be on camera just for, there we go, just to keep that light off. I'm going to time approximately how long it takes with my handy dandy Etch A watch. Etch A watch. That's why. All right, hold on. Oh boy. There we go. Ooh, working like a dog. All day's night. Precious sleeping. And I'm just adjusting my YouTube camera. Sorry for waiting, making you wait before I actually draw, but I'm going to add. So again, this is 2 hours. Yeah, 2 hours of work. So I'm going to pick up where I left off. I think I'm going to go ahead and fill in the finish line sign. Then I'm going to work on the grass. We'll see. All right, we're going to do a thumbs up. That is my slate for both my YouTube. Here we go. And TikTok. I always put my stylus back on the bottom right. Although for TikTok, you're watching this sideways, so that would be your bottom left. hmm So this is pretty much just going to be a slow, chill hour of drawing. Then I'm going to stop and come back to do um, requests on pocket size Etch A Sketch. Oh, hey, there we go. Oh, well, thank you. My no face cam for during the traders. Taters? What? No face cam for during the taters? Hey, go get Sky. What's up? My browser's just refreshed to the chat. On YouTube, no, I chose not to. I had myself on there, and I decided not to because the ring light that I used for the green screen was showing on the Etch A Sketch. And it's more important to get a good video footage of the time lapse than to show my face on YouTube. I'm surprised you knew that. How are you spying on me on YouTube? Look at you being all sneaky. I love you, or you're being in my streams. Go get Sky on YouTube. I was on camera just for a bit, and I chose not to again because the ring light was reflecting on the Etch A Sketch, the green screen. Do, do, and then I chose to hide. Yeah, I don't think so, Craig. Craig, I doubt. I don't think I will ever draw an. Hey, actually, I'll give you some credit, Craig. Craig, this is Craig. Craig on TikTok. I'm talking to. He requested a Craig. Craig. The drawing's not doing bad, actually, but I don't think I'll ever draw another Craig. Craig in my life. Sorry if that sounds harsh. Yeah, they can see that's your name because it's your name there. Toot, toot, toot. Oh no, you don't berate the creator. You don't berate the creator. You get banned. We play nice around here. I should have started filling this in on the other side. Oh well. Although, you know what, Craig? If you want to pay me to draw you a Craig and preserve it and mail it to you, I would gladly accept that. That's the only way I'll draw another Craig is if you commission me to draw one. Pops, thanks. Oh, it's lunchtime. Monday it's seaweed soup. Tuesday roasted rocks. Wednesday rock cantaloupe. Thursday picked up socks. Friday steak bun pudding. Triumph cuisine. And slimy fish. I think what I'm going to do is after I fill in this side of the banner, I'm going to go to the other side. Forget help with me. You shudder and shake at the things he makes your various frequencies. Bigger. Watching never can help with me. Shudder and shake at the things he makes your various frequencies. Oh, what's that smell in the galley? What with the menus? This is going to be the very chill, enjoying the music and the slow process of a large Etch A Sketch. I am, from your point of view, I'm on the bottom right. I'm filling in the finish line on the banner. I'm going to make it all dark around the word finish. I was noticing in my status pictures or my picture, you weren't really seeing the word finish yet. This was my intent, was to fill it in. Yeah, I'm filling in around the letter H. Someone on TikTok was asking where I was. In fact, at this point, you could start to see the actual stylus. I see you. Thanks, Kathy. Yeah, so this is a different kind of live where it's very slow process. I take my time. I'm going to make a lot of detail on this drawing. I'm hoping to only take a couple more weeks. I'm working on it every Tuesday and Thursday. Most of the time, it's going to be earlier than this. I don't know if I'm going to make this banner super dark in the end. Are you sticking to the hour? Going to keep? No, I'm going to just do the hour. I've learned I can't. My hands don't like to go longer than an hour on the classic size. But I want to do some requests too. Actually, I think what I might do is when I start with the pocket, I might do one of the requests. I still have all those requested portraits. I'd like to get my list knocked out. So I think I'm going to do a requested portrait for possible commission and then do requests later. But no, I'd like, I'm loving the variety today. I go from cutting open an Etch A Sketch to working on this slowly and relaxing to taking requests on the pocket. It's going to be a very well-rounded Etch A Sketch day. It's also going to be 4 videos for me to clock some time lapse on. Really I'm having fun doing that, but I'm going to be glad when I catch up. I still have some of my early ones. The fairy um, from Fairly Odd Parents, that's the oldest live. I'm going backwards. So I have that timeline to do. What I'm talking about on YouTube, um, I'm keeping my lives available for playback, and I'm writing and I'm filling out timelines for the different drawings I'm working on. For the lives I did earlier today, where I'm preserving the Etch A Sketch, I'm going to document taking knobs off, cutting open red frame, things like that. Document the preservation process. Tomorrow, I will document the framing process as I frame it, and then I'm going to box it up and ship it out. Yeah, this would be much better now for the words to stand out. This is the Glee version. I've moved my speakers so they're closer to the microphones, both of them, so the music will be a little louder. I listened to my YouTube live from last night with the new microphone, and I could definitely hear myself better, but I barely heard the music. So I've got a speaker right next to the microphone. See how that works. That's right, 500 points made.
What would like and would you want to be? If singing meant that you would have to believe.
This is my third day working on this one. So you can pick up, if you're in the US, you can get Etch A Sketches at Target or Walmart. Otherwise, Amazon or eBay. If you were to go to my lives on YouTube, actually, you could go to my post on Facebook show day one, day two of this. Time lapse are on TikTok or nose. I don't know that the first half of your question was posted there, Ray. At least that looks like an incomplete question. Yes or no? I'm not sure what you're trying to say. I feel like something is either I'm not understanding your question or, oh, so potatoes apostrophe. Potatoes sack race. It's potatoes apostrophe. Were you going back to that conversation, Ray? Yeah, I looked it up. Had a had an interesting conversation with my wife about it first. I'm drawing some grass here. That's what I'm going to fill in now is the grass. I'll leave the space between the trees blank, unless someone can think of something I could put there. I don't want it to be too busy, although I guess it won't be too busy when I do the shake and and redraw. Oh, hey, Carter. How much money do I make? I'm not sure what you mean. This one is for my own collection. I'm not getting paid for this one. I do sell drawings this size for 150, and that's also preserved and in a shadow box. On the pocket size, I sell the pocket size drawings for $50 plus shipping, but I don't make a business of this.
Just in secular trust in me.
Never got notified, huh? All right.
You can sleep.
Well, at least I warned you on Scoodle. At least I warned you that I was coming back in a message on YouTube.
Um,
It's interesting you're not getting notifications from YouTube that I'm coming on live.
slip into soft sail on a silver mist.
That's right. Okay, so you still get 500. If Faye said, I don't know the song. Wait, I don't know the song title, but I know it's a snake from Jungle Book. So I will give you that 500 points for artist. That is weird. No pop up, no nothing. Well, they're like, he's already been on a few times. Haven't you seen him already? You've seen enough of him. Hey, you got it, Wyatt. We got that Mario for you last minute. This Mario on TikTok. We got that Mario done in 4 minutes and 55 seconds to be exact. I'm calling it a 5 minute Mario because it's not my best Mario. I don't know. Did you end up going to my most requested playlist on TikTok? Like I said, there's a lot of Marios there, better Marios. But I'm glad we were able to squeeze it in. I would have felt bad if I didn't get it to you. You're a celebrity, yet no one recognizes you. Hey, Zayn, welcome to YouTube. Oh, you did see them. Fantastic, Wyatt. Good. I even did one where Mario's dressed up like Guko because I get those requests all the time. March last year, maybe I should do that again this year. I did mashup March where people would spam their comments and I would combine or their suggestions, and I would take two different people and mash up their requests. So one of those was Mario Goku because Goku's another very popular request. Hey, Emery. Oh, I did do it. Are you saying do the do the March mashup? Yeah, I think that'd be a lot of fun. I had so much fun because a lot of the drawings I got to make up, or I just, would look up two different references. Trying to make these rows, but not too even. What did you say? I can't hear anything. Oh, well, that's on you. When you're done almost everything, then you add grass pellets. No. Doodle, let me ask you this. Can you hear me music better now than you did last night on YouTube? because I listened to my YouTube live from last night and I could hear myself great, but I couldn't hear um, the music, except for if I didn't talk, then I could hear it.
You found take that she could take it away. Found true love, love's just
So my plan is right now I'm 22, almost 22 minutes into today's drawing. I'm only going to work for an hour. I do this big one 1 hour at a time. I'll get back to it on Thursday. And then I'm going to come back live again to do the pocket size request. No music barely. Okay. All right. Well, oh well. As long as you hear me, you just can't play the guessing game when it comes to what songs you're playing. I think the grass should probably even. Oh, you know what? It's okay. I got to do this anyway. I'm going to fill in the potatoes too because I'm not going to retrace them, but I want them to be solid. I can draw more eyes like in the middle of them. Oh, I can see myself in the reflection on YouTube, but not on TikTok. That's what matters because it's the TikTok footage that I'm going to use for my time lapse video of this. I take each hour that I do and I speed it up to 5 seconds. Oh, and I was going to do a long shadow, like a finish line maybe in the grass, which I still can. Stop asking me what the audio is like until you make me the audio director. If you can, please. All right, then I won't. I'm not making you anything, Doodle, except for a frequent visitor and a constant question asker. That's funny. I don't need the selfie camera on for YouTube. I turned it off because I didn't want to use the ring light. It was showing in the Etch A Sketch. But you can see me in the reflection. I can just look down at the Etch A Sketch and you'll see me. Yeah, maybe that's what I should do too, is to maybe not just straight up and down. Nah, I think it's good. Yeah, kind of. Phony X Daughtry said what? Doherty on TikTok says, "Are those racing potatoes?" They are, but what kind of a race are they doing? Phony. It's a very clever. Someone requested this on a pocket size, and I did it. And I went, you know what? I want to make that on a big size someday. And here we are. A marathon? No, not quite. So you see what they're wearing? Yeah. So I'm going to be filling in the probably after I do the grass. I'm going to fill in the potatoes, and then I'm going to fill in. I'm going to do textures on their sacks. That's a hint. They're phony. It's a potato. No, not fries. It's a potato sack race. Potatoes sack race is the name of the piece because they're potatoes in a potato sack race. Get it? Get the joke? Do you get it? It's funny because they're potatoes in a potato sack. It would be funny if it was, oh, I thought those were capes. Oh, funny. Now see how they're holding them? I'm gonna give them like that grid texture of potatoes. I want to go up here and retrace not just the potato sack, but also the tree. Oh, let's make that a little zigzaggy like that. And now I'm going to retrace the pole. And then I want to put a little grass at the bottom. What are we listening to? Oh, it's Bette Midler from Beaches. Not one on my regular rotation, but there it is. Okay, now I'm at the falling potatoes potato sack, working my way back down or to the left and up for those on TikTok to get back to the grass. I think I'm going to go ahead and move over to this background potato and do the grass behind them and work my way up to catch up, catch up with the grass lines. I feel like the lines on this Etch A Sketch improved since I started. Yes, Doodle, you do. You're talking so much that I tend to glaze over what you say. No offense. That's on YouTube, everybody who's on TikTok who doesn't know what I'm talking about. I've got a regular viewer over there. Doodle Scoodle. Very much appreciated though, Doodle Scoodle, because you're commenting on my videos and are my yeah, you're commenting on my videos and you're attending my lives. So it's nice. Nice that I'm not at least talking to myself on YouTube. 4 people on TikTok, 2 people on YouTube. This is not a very popular attended live when I'm drawing on these big ones. It's true. Talk to yourself. Scoot along. Me too. Themselves. You know, it's dated when it says I'm not afraid of Y2K. That was, you know, many years ago. Oh, thanks for sharing the live, Alejandra. Don't make me laugh. In what, a day and a half on a floppy diskette. Waxing your modem. Downloaded pictures of Cheryl Michelle Gellar. Of course, I realize YouTube isn't hearing my music, then they just hear me singing. It's all about the paintings. It's all about the paintings. And it's okay for grass to have a line pattern like this. I mean, they lay it out in rows. So as I'm drawing, I'm pushing the powder around. You can see that as there's these kind of white zigzag lines in between all the grass lines. Yeah, I definitely could not keep this up until dinner. My it has nothing to do with cost. It's because I can draw faster on them. Oh, I was asked on YouTube, why do you pick the smaller sketches most of the time? Cheaper? And I said, no, it's because I can do faster drawings on them. It's a smaller canvas. I use the same one over and over, so it's not about cost, unless I'm getting paid to do a drawing, and then clearly I'll use another one. The grass looks normal. Very good. Thank you. Oh, it's really hard to tell. So after this, I'll take a picture of it. Bye, Wyatt. Feel free to drop by later. I'm going to do some requests. So what I'll do is after, what are we at? 32 minutes. So I've got another 28 minutes of this to go, which is fine. It'll probably all be grass. But I'm moving along pretty quickly. Thinking about the empty space between the tree trunks, I'm thinking about just putting a random pattern in there or just something so that it's not just blank and then leaving it faded. I think maybe that's what I'll do. That was very nice of you to say goodbye, Doodle. I'm sure Wyatt's gone by now. Doodle on YouTube says goodbye, Wyatt, if you happen to still be here. But I doubt it. Very interesting. Now going this way, it looks like the lines are thicker than going the other way. It's very interesting. It's going to have a very interesting pattern. But I do need to make it look like grass and not a flag, you know, or a pattern of stripes. It will, I think, in the end. It'll be fine. I don't plan on retracing the grass, so it's going to be a faded. And that'll actually be better because it's going to disconnect some of these lines. If you don't know what I'm talking about, when I do, after I finish all the shading, I'm going to take this and I'm going to lightly shake it face up and then retrace only some of it. The outlines, the finish line probably will get filled back in, but then it's going to add multi-tones to it. And I'm not going to retrace the grass, which means it will be faded. It'll just be a pattern. It'll look cool. So that's what I'm thinking about is doing some sort of general pattern between the tree trunks that'll just be faded in the background in the end. I don't know if she's closing her eyes. That's a very good question on YouTube. Doodle was asking about the mother and the kid off to the side. For you on YouTube, that'd be on the bottom, or it's on the far right is where they are. Yeah, it's kind of she has her hands up to her head. I kind of picture it more like a Macaulay Culkin Home Alone kind of pose, hands on the face. But yeah, covering the eyes could be another one, and the kid's pointing and like, look, mom, look, that potato's falling. Of course, they probably have names, you know. These potatoes are clearly alive, so they probably have names. Look, mommy, Spuds is falling. I decided the falling one's name is Spuds. Russ Dauber is here. The potatoes are hard to see. Yeah, yeah. Well, the camera isn't the best for your viewing. It's not very clear for you on YouTube. You'll have to wait until you see the time lapse video to see it clearly. So yeah, 24 minutes more to go before I stop. I'll take a picture. The hand should be down more, but art is hard to see. The hand should be down more? What do you mean by that? Are you saying on the mother's face? Are you trying to tell me the anatomy of the potatoes that I made up? Because that's just silly. But I agree, though. The arm positions look more like eye face covering. Then it'll be up to the interpretation of the viewer, I suppose. To me, Hands are on the side of the face. For you, they're covering the eyes, which is very funny because potatoes have eyes. I'm going to start making these lines a little longer because it's closer grass. Right now, I think I'm going to, what am I going to do? The mother, but art is hard to, yes, it will be up for interpretation. In my mind, that's what she was doing, the Macaulay Culkin Home Alone face. But if you see her covering her eyes, I see the poetry since potatoes really have eyes. That's what they're called. So I think that's funny. I think it's the angle of the arms. They're not as bent down, I think maybe is what you're saying. That's all right. Whatever. It's not like I'm offended that you don't see what I see in my head. Interpretation is fine. It's just meant to be a funny picture anyway. Oh, hey, Mike was here, but I only saw that on my phone. That's interesting. Marshall like his haircut. To infinity and beyond. You know what? Didn't you join yesterday and say there's a snake in my boots? Are you in a Toy Story kick there, Michael? I am okay with that. Yeah, but the hands make it look like she has eyebrows, so it makes her look worried. Yeah, that's great. I like that because I do want a worried look on her face. That's awesome. I do want a worried look on her face. Well, they don't really have faces. I didn't make any faces. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. All right, very good. So again, what my plan is, actually what I might do, I'm going to fill in the potatoes, but probably not today. Just over 20 minutes left in today's drawing time. I'm just saying random quotes when you join now. That's awesome. I like that about you. So far, they just happen to be Toy Story. So Galaxy Michael on TikTok, I call him that because he gave me a galaxy. Um, Said he's going to join the live on TikTok with a random quote. Nah, that's so nice of you all. Grass is so detailed. Fantastic. Thank you, Restaver, on YouTube for saying so. It's what I'm going for. Then it's going to look really cool when I do the shake and it's slightly faded because then it's not going to look like distinct lines so much. It'll be broken up a little bit by little dots of powder. It'll be cool. Right now, you'll just have to take my word for it until it happens. Got tired of the same Star Wars. Hello there. Hmm. All right. Guys, gonna throw down on YouTube. Do, 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 do. What I would also like to do actually is find a way to make shadows for them. So I might decide to do that somehow. Where am I going to put? I feel like this guy's shadow be like right around here because he's up in the air. and then these two would have shadows uh, under them but closer. This one is pretty much on the ground. The potato in the sacked potato in the middle is kind of off the ground mostly, but not touching the ground. I think that's what I'm trying to go for here. I'm going to go back, which is why I'm going to retrace this. I'm going to go back. Let me retrace some of this since I'm going back here. I think I've changed my mind about filling in the background between the trees. I'm going to leave that alone. It's nice to have a little empty space. Hey, thanks for the gifts, Michael. Just make sure nothing pops up on my screen. Um, oh, don't say good boys, Doodle. That's rude. Going back to retrace. I once had a whole bunch of youth spamming about good boy, and we had to keep muting them because it was just so rude and unnecessary. All right, well, it's not your drawing, so I'm going to put shadows. He's not leaning. See, that's the problem. He's falling in the air. He's not leaning. So it sounds like the shadows are necessary. Sorry, everybody, if you're missing it. Doodle on YouTube said, I could tell that he's leaning because he's jumping and the shadows aren't the best idea to my understanding. So I strongly disagree. And so there you go. There you have it. All right, I'm not going to do that. 40, just reaching about 44 minutes. So I'm going to, when I stop this, I'm going to take a picture of it, set it aside. I'm going to look up what pending drawings I have to do for people. And then I'm going to pick one, people who have offered me money. So I'm going to pick one of those portraits and draw that. And then um, I'll take requests. Hmm. I see. So what Doodle meant was he could see that the person is jumping. The shadows are not necessary, is what he's saying. But I'm going to, because it's part of my vision and brain. And soon I will have you allied to my vision and brain. It's clear from your vacant expressions. The lights are not all on Wait, the lights are not all on upstairs? I think so. But we're talking kings and successions. Even you can't be caught unawares. Okay, here we go. We're going to go here. This is going to be the level where the shadow is. And so what I'm going to do to make a shadow is go this way. Now that I've made this shadow, I have a light source. I have to keep that in mind as I draw other shadows possibly. I like that. That's good. And then it's also going to be, like I say about the other stuff, it's going to be faded. So it won't be so harsh of a shadow either. It's going to be a nice, subtle shadow. That's going to look really cool at that point. All right, now I'm going to work my way around the middle um, jumping bean, which is not a bean, it's a potato. The middle potato, I'm going to work my way up, do the background down. Where am I at? 47 minutes on the clock. So I got to remember to start with these small lines, zigzag back and forth. Extension fan. Hey, well, there's these two knobs, and you turn them. He just popped on TikTok and said, "How?" It's two knobs. One goes vertical, the other goes horizontal. When you turn them, it creates a drawing line on the screen. That's how. Magic. Another answer. You have one and they're so hard. Yeah, they can be. Depends on two things. One, how long you've been drawing on them, and two, how your brain works. That's what the answer is for me. That's the how when it comes to me. Maybe I could finish the grass today. You know what? That's what I should do. Even if I go over the 1 hour, I still have over 11 and I've about 11 and a half minutes now. So I think I might go ahead and just finish the grass and have that be the end of my drawing today. Give my hands a little resty poo. 2D plus 3D. 2D equals 3D. I see. Ta-da, ta-da. Right, now we're going to retrace this potato. Even though I'm going to be retracing it again after I do the pattern on the, I'm going to be making like the mesh lines on the sacks to make them look like potato sacks. So I'll be retracing them again, but retracing them now makes it easier for me not to lose these lines when I'm retracing and retracing because it makes them dark. All right, there we go. Like I said, I think we will. Yeah, we got time. I'll finish the grass. So even if I go over the 1 hour mark, I'm going to finish the grass and then stop. If I don't get to the 1 hour mark, I'm going to finish the grass and stop. Make weave lines. Weave lines. I'm making sure not to make it even when I go to the top. I want the lines to look a little uneven. Oh, I think I'm going to be able to, maybe the next round, I'll finish filling in between these heads. See the back of these potato heads down here, watching the race. Very excited about this. Are you here, Bub? I heard Michael say, well, no, I didn't hear it at all. I read it. on TikTok. Michael said hi to Bub. Could be just quietly watching whilst doing other things. But this was actually so Bub is a guy who mostly sees my stuff. He watches my lives on TikTok. And this was his idea when I did it on the small one. So being his idea, I like it when he watches. Well, you tell me, Doodle Scoodle. Doodle Scoodle asks, where is the sun, high or low? Can anyone answer that question by looking at the drawing and what I've already drawn? It tells you. That decision has already been made. There we go. Answer is it's high because the shadow is pretty much, it's like right above the potato. Yeah, the shadow gives away that it's right above, it's high because it's above the potato. Casts that kind of a shadow that's underneath him. Yeah, I'm gonna finish this little area first, and then I'll go on and finish the left side or the top left for those watching in YouTube sideways. I mean TikTok. TikTok is watching it sideways because I'm filming it sideways to use the footage sideways. And then eventually it'll become a posted video on YouTube. I have plenty of time. Finish. Excellent. All right, we're going to stop that right there. Let's retrace this potato. This potato. Which is nice that it's right at the bottom because then I could just go down here, cut across, and go up here. Have this will be day 3. It's always 1 hour per day. So day 3 means 3 hours I've been working on this. Almost. And then I plan on working on it again another hour on Thursday. So I work on these big ones 1 hour at a time. Oh, TikTok wants me to swipe a puzzle piece to make sure I'm still active, which means it's been an hour live. With bigger grass, it will take less time to fill. I think maybe I should do this. That will go like this. Thanks, I love my girlfriend. How long does that take? Well, so far this is now I'm almost finished with my 3rd hour. Oh shoot. Ziggy, what time is it? The time is 5:08 p.m. Oh shoot. My wife just messaged me saying she forgot about picking up my son right now and asked if I could get him. So I guess that's what I'm going to do between my lives is go get my son. Um, that's funny. But school, it's a 20-minute round trip. Not a big deal. But I do need to respond to her and let her know that I can get him. Hold on. Yeah, you're so late. I'm going to pause time. Um, Let me respond to my wife so she knows I'll get him. Oh, now he has to dip to pick up. Yeah, right, exactly. Well, fortunately, I'm finishing my early days. You cut the edge. I thought there was pin hitting chemical reaction. Oh, I see. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to start my timer again and finish up the grass, and then I'll go pick up my son. I'm going to take a picture of it. I'm going to choose one of my commission drawings to do. It's going to be a portrait of somebody, and then um, I'll take some requests. We'll draw in the pockets. So just wrapping this up. And I always leave my stylus down here in the bottom corner.
Take you back. We're gonna start a new life under the sea.
I didn't do the shadows. It's okay. Technically, I still have 3 minutes. He's going to wait a little bit. He's fine. He's got his phone.
Thirsty. Just friendly crustaceans.
Under the sea. That's right. Doodle Scoodle. You get 500 points for saying Homer. You guessed the artist, the singer. All right, this will be the last row. Do some retracing. I'd like to do the shadows too. It's mom's fault that she lost track of time, so I don't feel bad if right now I'm at 58 minutes, so I'm still 2 minutes shy of an hour. It's fine. It's all fine. This is fine. Yeah, you got 500 points. Yeah, because you guessed the artist. You didn't name the song. You get 500 points for naming the artist, the singer, and you get another 500 for getting the song title. That's how the point system works. Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks, Ariella. I gotta stop now and go pick up my son. So you join me just right at the end on TikTok. I'm wrapping up working on this for an hour. Some great progress. I filled in all the grass, retracing some potatoes. So next time what I'm going to do is I'm going to it'll be Thursday. I'm going to work on this again and I'm going to shade the potatoes. When I'm shading, I work from background to foreground. That's why I did the trees first and then the grass. Oh, now I need to do, I'm going to do, hold on. I'm going to do a couple of shadows and then I'll stop. I always feel like at the end of my lives, I'm like, oh, I'm in a hurry now. That's funny. I'm not going to rush this though. This is my slow and steady wins the race drawing. Forgotten child. That was funny. Wait, when are you going to do the next live? Later. Yeah. It'll take me about maybe half an hour to get my son. So maybe in about 40 minutes, I'll say, I'll come back and do requested drawing live. That's good. Now I'm going to work my way back up the potato sack, back down the other side and do the other guy's little shadow. Oh, there's a little tree outline here to do. All right, there we go. Let's do that. Coming back down. This guy's more on the ground level, so his shadow is going to be pretty much right underneath him. Love it. Love it. There we go. Let's retrace the bag and then there we go. Ah, beautiful. Yeah, big thumbs up. That's my slate for both YouTube and TikTok to tell me when I need to stop. So yeah, here it is. Wow, that's great progress. I like it. All right, that's it. So yeah, I'll be back in about 40 minutes. Gonna go pick up my son. So